So, Dan, what's on your mind?
I'm fed up with something, and that is this trend of dating over 50 is impossible, and it's just so bad. I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Okay? And the first thing is that I'm sick of the old guys. You know, it's so difficult to meet people. It's not. It's not. And this dating over 50 thing of, dating over 50 is like going to the thrift store and getting the least smelly item at the store is ridiculous.
But right there, you've already set the expectation that you're not going to find anything good. So just starting out, that's on you.
It is on you, 100%.
That's not on the other person. That's on you and your expectations.
A lot of these videos, there's been one man and 5 women that were sent to me lately. And I'll start with the guy first, because his thing was just like, these women just aren't into having fun. And the guy wants to get laid. And the guy immediately goes to, DEFCON 1 and, what do you look like, in your underwear, and can't figure out why women are like, huh? What'd you say? Or my favorite one was a friend of mine told me that a guy said, do you like to have, on the first date, they had coffee set down. Do you like to have sex in your car? It was like the second question, other than do you want anything in your coffee, was that. Okay, so, I can't figure out why I can't meet anybody and why they get turned off so quickly.
And that date lasted
exactly.
about 10 more minutes?
I got to take my coffee to go.
Yeah.
The other thing is these women that are doing it's so
TikToks,
difficult,
yeah.
and the TikToks. Let me tell you about this.
It was
And
another dating disaster.
I started to comment on these people because it's like you're the disaster.
Right.
Don't date these guys. Just sit there and have an expectation. You know what? Guys, again, I've said this many times in the past. Pay for the date. Pay for dinner. Put her at ease. Have an ounce of charisma. And if you're not good talking to people, practice talking to people and get out there and socialize. We both came from sales and marketing and sold things our entire life. So unfortunately, we could flap our mouths for hours. But the point is that you get people that can't figure out why they can't meet people, and it's their own worst enemy. But ladies, give these guys a chance. Give these guys, set your rules. If you want to talk to them on the phone first, you want to text. You want to, FaceTime him even, just so that you know what this guy looks like. See, I would do stuff like that, and I've done stuff like that. I've been set up a lot lately in the last year, and and there's nothing wrong with that. But I also
Well, the technology now with all the filters and everything else, it used to be, you had your high school picture still on your Facebook page, and it's like, no, but now with technology and the filters, it's like, I really want to know who you are, not what you look like filtered and modified and everything else.
But get yourself out there.
Yeah.
Everybody that we've talked to that's had success, that I'm done with the dating apps. Do not pay extra for the dating apps. I'm telling you, the algorithm and everything with that is designed to get your money. If you pay us, you will get to a larger group. Oof. And the woman that I've talked about in the past that's run the divorce recovery workshop, there again, if you're divorced, go to those things, because there's a lot of people there.
Right.
They're out having fun. They're doing field trips, going to the movies, going to restaurants, watching football games, dancing, doing all the stuff that I hate to do. But you can have a great time.
And this goes back to that finding a common group of people. And if you're in a situation where you're going through recovery from a divorce, substance, death, you now have a common bond of, I've been through that. Dan and I have been through a number of things, business-wise, personally, etc. Even the fact that, hey, I like dating somebody who's had the relationship and had children, because you've got children, I've got children. There's that next level of maturity that comes with actually raising adult children.
Yeah, and the other thing is the figure of speech, let's go get a drink, doesn't mean you're going to have alcohol.
Right.
And I had a friend of mine who was prefacing that he wanted me to meet this one business partner, and he said, don't say, let's go get drinks. And I said, why? The guy doesn't drink water, iced tea, soda, or anything. He's like, oh no, he just doesn't drink alcohol. I said, well, then say that to me. Don't say don't have drinks, because I want to be able to meet this guy in a restaurant and sit down in a social situation. So if I don't like him, I can get up too. But just open your horizons, Garrett. Ladies and gentlemen, just don't go out there and just start pissing on everybody, because you're going to find plenty to do that too. But give people a chance. And don't, have you ever met anybody that was nervous the first time they meet you? Yeah,
absolutely.
And again, they may be attracted to you and just be blown away by your beauty and not be able to handle it.
Yeah.
And you're going to let the potential love of your life go away because the guy wasn't charismatic or was kind of nervous the first time. Let it go.
Right.
And again, make him pay. Guys, if you can't afford to go out, don't pay. But again, don't spend $300 on an introductory dinner. I would never do that. Regardless if I can afford it or not, it's not the point. The point is to sit down and to socialize. You know how many drinks I've had with people? You know how many coffees I've had in the last year?
But all right, I'm gonna back off of Dan's. Yes, pay. But if you're in a position where financially things are tight, etc., set the expectation up front. Let's go have coffee. You're going to be into it for $20 or $30. You buy a Danish or whatever. Set the expectation and let her know that this is not, this isn't like, oh yeah, I'm expecting X, Y, Z. It's just, I want to get to know you. I'd like to spend a few minutes with you. And if you're really serious about it, as I did with my wife, I told her flat out, I'm bankrupt, man.
Okay.
I'm broke.
I have a few key restaurants that I like to take women to on the first date because they have everything.
Right.
They have a full bar. They have a secondary with sports. They have fish. They have seafood. They have everything on the menu. So I've never set anybody down there, business partners to women I've dated, to go, there's nothing for me here. And a lot of people say, oh, I've never been there before. If you can find a place like that, it's great. And then you know what it's going to cost you in your head. You know what drinks are. You know what wine is. And again, guys, I'm not saying you have to make money to go out and do this, but you just have to be able to get to that second date and third date if that's interest you. But don't try to force something that's dead.
Right.
But this dating over 50 thing, again, everybody's got to put their best foot forward, but also make people socialize and talk to you. And if they can't do that, then you shouldn't go out with them.
Well, and I'm gonna tag on to this and say, don't believe everything you see on TikTok or Instagram, etc. There are a lot of creators out there who everything is a disaster date.
Yeah, and that's what they get their audience built from
exactly.
that. And
it's not true. They create disasters to get likes and follows and everything else, and create the algorithm to do what it's supposed to do. But
again,
it's not the reality.
You guys, my agent's dad, 74 years old, and he's having the time of his life because he's dating, he's single, and my agent said, my dad said the most wild thing to me. He said, you think that people my age don't have sex and that's all we do is have sex. And I'm like, that's kind of funny because there's so many people out there that's what they want out of this whole dating thing, is just to hook up with somebody. And there's people that are older than you that are having a much better time, that are successful, that have houses and own cars and do things like that. But you guys have to understand that this is a social situation. It's not the same. It's not as easy. And there's plenty of distractions. There's plenty of votes out there. There's plenty of, do you like this guy? Do you not like this guy? Could you imagine if you put your date's picture up and said, tell me if I should go out with Tom or Dan? Yeah. You know what I mean? You'd get voted down, And
here again, it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. It's, what do you think? Is that person the right person for you? And going back to Dan's physical intimacy situation here, there's websites for that, guys. If that's what you're into, you don't need to worry about coffee.
Right.
Let's be honest. Those sites are there. I'm not going to name them. I'm not going to promote them. I think it's probably the last thing you need.
My point is that you need to make up your mind on what you want. But again, a lot of women that I've dated are fed up with dating. And the woman that I'm dating right now was like, I was done. I wasn't going to date anybody. Right. And then you came along.
But you came along as a referral from a friend
Yes.
who you and I have known for many, many years. And it was one of those, you didn't get sold a bill of goods. You didn't get hyped. You just said, hey, I think this woman would, you two would hit it off. And that was that. I mean, that's all you need to set the ball on the tee and then let's see what happens.
Right. But again, let me tell you how bad things are. I wouldn't want to be with these people. I wouldn't want to refer somebody out. I'm telling you, this is it. Tom's right. This is a setup. Some of it's fake, but there's also people that live a very negative life. I have a friend's wife who is so negative, and I just said, you really got to work on your happiness. How much longer do you think you have on this planet? And we had this conversation. He's married and been married to her for 30 years. And I said, you live in misery. And I want you to understand that because she's so negative. You've got to go and either get some counseling or something that's going to fix this. Because if you think you have 25 more years left, you're going to be living in hell for this. How about that? Does that sound good? And he kind of got quiet, but then called me back and thanked me for that. So guys, make up your mind, okay? Just try to give people a chance, but also set your parameters, but don't be, don't go to his house on the first or second date. Meet out there, go talk, go walk through a mall, go have dinner, okay? It's like I had dinner at the Irvine Spectrum because again, there's 14 restaurants there, something like that.
Maybe this week.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see about the economy.
They got out of business. But the point is that it just is like, there's going to be something you're going to be able to sit down and eat at, okay, that you would both enjoy. Just this whole thing is ridiculous. It really is. There's plenty of dating over 50, but put yourself in social situations. You want to meet somebody, go out and do things. Yeah. And don't think it's going to happen the first time. My favorite thing that was sent to me in the last 2 weeks again was the women at TikTok. Where are all the single men? They're out working, okay? It's, the people that are at Home Depot are picking up stuff for a job. And the idea that that this hot mama is going to walk through there and we're going to go, whoa.
Yeah.
Do you need your plumbing fixed? You know what I mean? It's like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Was that a euphemism?
It was. It totally was.
I just, in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
I just want to confirm.
But anyways, guys, dating over 50 is fantastic. Yeah. You're the problem. Okay? Wow. If you have a problem with that, email
Let us know.
Daniel Thomas Show at Yahoo. That guy in the green shirt is kind of arrogant. Is it green? Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Remember, the green shirt guy says you're the problem. I say you're the opportunity. You can fix you, and then you can be in a relationship. So to Dan's point, like, subscribe, send us the emails. We love the emails. Daniel Thomas Show at yahoo.com.
Okay. We'll see you soon, okay? And tell us your success stories of dating. Where did you meet somebody that it worked out? Seriously, okay?
I'd like to hear because I am the married guy. I'm the one that's been married for a few days. So, it can work.
It can, some days. Okay, we'll see you guys soon. So what do you think? Was that a great episode?
Did you see the last episode? Really? This one? I don't know.